Hello, and welcome to Greater Faithful,ward, where we celebrate momentum and the magic happening across our community. I'm your host, Kiana, and I'm joined by
Melanie Parker.
Thank you for joining us today, Melanie.
Thank you.
We understand you are the Director of Sales at Everhome Suites.
I am Director of Sales, yes.
So we want to kick things off with a segment called Faves.
Okay.
So it's short for Fayetteville Favorites, which is a chance to highlight unique things, places, or businesses you love within the county that you would recommend to community visitors.
My fave things are I like to eat, I like to shop, and I like to watch. Things that I like to eat, I love mom and pop shops. So I am Filipino. I do occasionally patron the Cucinera restaurant, Filipino restaurant. But for non-Asian, like Southern, I would go to MJ's. They're a new business, MJ Smoke and Grill. They're out on Strickland Bridge.
Okay.
I do like alpaca, so I like food, good food. And then shopping. So I love... One of my favorite stores in Fayetteville is downtown. It is a bit of Carolina. It has the best knickknacks, collectibles, things that are part of North Carolina. I put together goodie baskets, for guests or family members that are all about North Carolina, all across here local, Hope Mills, or as far as like Asheville or Charlotte or something. So I love shopping and things like that. Watching, we're big on sports, so we love to watch the Marksmen. We love to watch the Woodpeckers. Fayetteville Liberty basketball is here now. We're big roller derby fans. There's just a lot of sports spectating, so we enjoy watching that too. I love that. Those are my faves.
I love those faves. You gave us a good little variety. We get food, we get shopping, we get entertainment. I actually got a chance to see on your social media that you went and recently enjoyed a Fayetteville roller derby game.
I got introduced to Fayetteville to roller derby back in Baltimore. But then when we moved down here, when my husband's like, we need to move back to Fayetteville, I didn't know they had a team. And then since then, we've been a fan. Pre-COVID, then there was a break during COVID, and then when they started coming back, we were like, yes. So yeah, we had to come out and support.
I love that. That's exciting. Well, for everyone that is listening, if you have a fave, please tell us in the comments what that is with the hashtag faves, and we may feature that on the next episode of Greater Faithful,ward. So we're just going to jump right into it, Melanie. We understand that you currently serve Cumberland County as Director of Sales at Everhome Suites, which is located at 1720 Convoy Lane. It's just a few turns shy of Fort Bragg, and it's a parking lot away from Fayetteville's Amazon warehouse, correct?
Correct.
Can we talk about what drew you to work in that capacity and in hospitality?
So I'm actually just coming back to hospitality.
Okay.
I had been in the hospitality industry, or I worked in a hotel very, very early in my career. I was still a college student when I was working in a hotel because they promoted or offered flexible hours, which was conducive to the school schedule. So I worked there at a private hotel in Maryland for 8 years. And then I segued out of that into like administrative roles and government contracting roles. An opportunity came when this hotel, Everhome Suites, was being built in 2024. And I jumped on it. I love customer service. So even though I had served in or worked in administrative capacities or government contracting capacities or educational capacities, positions, it's still customer service oriented. You're still providing a service. You're still facilitating, a need. But hospitality is, so customer service centered, focused. And that's a passion of mine. So I jumped on the opportunity. If it panned out, great. And here I am now. If it didn't, then I was happy where I was at, and I would have continued, working there too. So
That's
yeah.
Awesome. I saw a post on LinkedIn that our director actually reposted when you guys cut the ribbon at Everhome Suites. And she was talking about how comfortable the beds looked and how she had to hold herself back from actually getting in.
Yes.
And we actually had the opportunity to tour
Oh, yeah.
almost every hotel in the county. That's It's over 70. And we were able to stop in at Everhome Suites and just take a look at the property and see the
Great.
Pelotons and the grills. And also saw a post of you guys' Dutchland guests
Oh, yeah, yeah.
grilling
Oh, yeah. Oh,
on
my
the patio and
gosh.
the grill.
That's been a blessing. Not only, so the patio area, the grill area is really such a wonderful, beautiful feature of our property. But on top of that, the staff have been blessed by the guests who use that area. So yes, they'll cook for themselves. It's great meal planning because they're here for an extended period of time. However, they're like, hey, we have extra rice, or hey, we have extra barbecue. Hey, and we're like, yes, please. So we've been really enjoying it as much as the guests have. So it's been a blessing. Yeah. And not just like the contractors, but we also have a lot of military guests in our hotel, and they too like the grilling area. You'll see some of the families out there. Now the weather's getting a little, well, sometimes the weather's good, sometimes not. When it warms up, the families are out there, their kids are swimming in the pools, and then they're grilling. So it's been very nice. Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to see people getting out. It's nice to have the weather break as well. We've had the pleasure to welcome a former hotelier to our team as our new president and CEO, Michelle Williams. And she's afforded us that opportunity that we spoke about as far as going to see the different hotels in the county. So we get to see behind the scenes of hospitality a little bit. And we know that you wear 2 hats, director of sales and chamber ambassador. How do these 2 roles connect to you?
Is it only just 2 hats?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
As the director of sales, I was told to represent this new brand with Choice Hotels to the community. It entailed bringing everybody to the community, bringing this brand to the community. However, as an ambassador, I know what it's like being the new kid on the block. We all know what it's like being the new business or new organization or new company. And so both of the roles allow me to continue to network with people, partner with people. Being an ambassador, I've been able to make people, businesses, organizations feel comfortable and welcome. So that's how both of these positions are connected to me. I know what it's like to have to go out there and introduce and try to feel welcomed. But as an ambassador, I reciprocate. Like, I try to make people and organizations and businesses feel welcome.
And you do a really, really good job at
Thank
that.
you.
Everywhere we see you out and about in the community, like we talked about before we got rolling. Seeing you at the first look at the courts at Glenville Lake.
Oh, yeah.
And having you connect with everyone and speak to everyone and take pictures and share that on social media. You're very active on social media, which we love.
Thank you. What I love is I think a lot of people don't take advantage of first-time opportunities. I was very, very blessed to be able to attend that ribbon cutting of the Strickland Bridge exit. And that was such a momentous occasion because it had been a long time coming. I personally benefit from it since I take that route going home. But the Fayetteville Liberty basketball, they're a first time, so team here and being able to support their first athletic endeavor here, that is fascinating. And then like the new tennis courts, that's a first time preview. So that's not something that we have. And I'm excited for the community to be able to benefit from that and enjoy it. It's exciting. You could feel the vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very nice to get out and see what we have come into the community.
Yes.
I've had the opportunity to leave a few times and come back, and it's like every single time I come back home, there is new developments, whether that's Fayetteville Woodpeckers, whether that is Fayetteville Liberty, and then like the courts that we're seeing, which is soon to be for the community to enjoy.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So we recognize that there's transition. I learned that you were at Fayetteville Technical Community College as an administrative assistant at one point. And so I just want to talk about some of the skills that you think are most important to succeed in the hotel industry, the skills that you learned in previous roles and positions.
In terms of how it comes with sales and how it coincides administratively, superior communication. both professionally, personally, orally, written. That's an important skill in order to make sure there's clarity, make sure that there's no confusion, and really effective communication has been a skill that I've been able to translate in all of my positions and even to now. Something else is just knowing the product. So again, even though I came from an academic institution before this, working there, I knew that institution. I knew ins and outs of it, the connections, the leadership, what it is we offered. And so the same comes with knowing the brand. I think that's an important skill when you're selling or when you're promoting or introducing something is not everybody knows about Everhome. Not everyone knows that we're an extended stay hotel with apartment style, independent living. So that is something that just knowing who we are, knowing what we offer, that's an important skill. Otherwise, I'm not sure what the community will get an understanding of. The other thing is knowing the market. Who are we introducing our service to, our brand to, who are we introducing what we can provide to? Do they need it? And if they don't need it right now, then how can I let them know that when they need it later on, that we're available, that we're present, that we're an option? So I think being able to know. So those are some skills, communication, knowing who we are, knowing who we're trying to service. I think those are important skills.
You talk about being able to speak to what people may need right now, what they may need in the future, which is very important. And it actually lends itself to being able to see some changes within the hospitality sector. So how have you seen hospitality change in recent years?
I haven't seen it slow down.
Okay.
I think even with COVID, there may have been with COVID, there may have been a slowdown, but I think that hospitality, especially extended stay itself, it didn't slow down. I think it took it by the horns and pivoted. They saw a need for it. The hospitality industry saw a need for extended stay, and all hotels across all different chains are expanding in the extended stay model. I think that hospitality has grown. The transition from being transactional to being personable, I think that also is very important. It's more about making sure that hospitality gives you an experience and a feeling. That's what you're leaving away with, instead of, coming in, checking in, you're staying, you're checking out, and here's your receipt or here's your folio. It's really about making sure the guest feels nurtured, part of the family, always feeling like they can always come back. So I think that has that's improved and or grown and expanded over time.
It's appreciated that you guys focus on the home away from home feeling and making it an experience, because just thinking about going to a city that you're not from, not knowing your way around and how to get to certain restaurants, or even just jumping into a new routine with going and working a contract for however long, and then being able to come into the doors and be welcomed and relax into your room makes a huge difference.
It does. It does. We've had a couple of organizations or companies that are with us for a year. They could some stay for 30 days and then continue to extend 30 days and 30 days and 30 days. So that's been a blessing to be able to make them feel comfortable, clean, comfortable, safe environment that they want to continue to staying in. So that's good.
We talked about the beautiful grill that you guys have on your patio and being able to eat different things from different guests and organizations. But besides all that, what do you think keeps you motivated in such a target-driven role?
I know that I love people and I love customer service. So both of those go hand in hand. I understand that I'm able to forge partnerships and relationships with our guests, with the community. That has been a big benefit and blessing for me in terms of making sure that people are satisfied in where they stay. And yeah, I don't know. I just love people. I love customer service. And I think bringing that together amongst the community has been my focus. And this position has allowed me to bring that to fruition.
Drilling a little bit more into the position, what's the moment in your career that you think really captures what it means to be a director of sales for a hotel?
I had called a company for the first time. So as part of being a director of sales, they say, you've got to hit the streets, you've got to head out, you've got to make calls. And one of my first calls was just to introduce our hotel to this company. I said, hey, when you have a moment, I'd like to talk with you. Come to check us out. And then they said yes. And then they've been a returning guest up until today.
Wow.
Which has been a blessing. So when it comes to making sure that I touch base with those organizations or companies or potential future guests, that one yes is enough to keep me going.
So what I'm hearing is momentum and just really focusing on the human to human interaction, and sometimes picking up the phone and calling and saying, hey, we have these resources. We're here for you in the case that you may need them.
Absolutely.
That makes a huge difference. What, or can you think of one of the most unforgettable guest experiences that you've been a part of?
Okay. Last year, I did launch Company of the Month, and our first Company of the Month experienced a dinner. So Company of the Month, we give them some market credit. We give them an opportunity to be highlighted on our welcome board. And then I provide a dinner for them in the evening during that month. And a lot of our contractors or a lot of the companies, they go through fast food, they go through styrofoam boxes. So I make sure that this dinner is not like that. And that memorable moment was when the lead of the contracting company said, we've gone to so many hotels through all the years, all across the country, through all these projects, but this is the first time a hotel has celebrated us in this kind of way. And that was such a heartwarming moment for me to let me know that I made them feel special. They're not just going out into the field. They're just not, out doing whatever that brings them here to Fayetteville. But when they come back, they can enjoy like a home cooked meal too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And the fact that they felt that was, oh my gosh. And now they kind of feel like family when they come in. Now, when they come in the doors, all of our other contractors or companies or our military, when they come in, they feel that same vibe too, that energy also, just feeling like family. So it's really nice.
I love that. And I love that the lead contractor was able to actually thank you for that, because since being able to get a peek in the behind the scenes of the hospitality world, we understand that it is a very thankless industry. So hearing that the lead contractor was able to say that was really nice.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about a few more moments where you may have felt, this is why I love this job. I was able to see that on LinkedIn. You recently went to a summit with Everhome Suites and Choice Partners. And so you're able to go out and enrich yourself within the industry. But was there a moment where you felt, this is why I love this job?
There was, or is. Again, I still continue. I love customer service. I've actually had multiple moments. But they all have the same trend or theme. When a company or group says yes to giving us a chance, giving Everhome Suites a chance, and then we fulfill that promise of superior customer service, clean stay, safe stay, great superior hospitality, and then they give us that exact feedback. The feedback of, we love it here, we're definitely coming back. So it's those moments are priceless.
Being able to go on a tour with our team and learn how many people are managing such large properties, and we have over 70 of them in the county. But that was something that surprised me for sure, to see how small of a unit it is that are managing the properties. What's something about your job that people would be surprised like that to learn about?
So I'm sales, but there is another side of operations. I don't really comment on that because, they are a well-oiled machine on their own. But for being the director of sales or being in hospitality, it's really not a job for the weary. It's always putting our best selves forward at all times and being able to navigate all different types of temperament and personalities that come in through the door or that we encounter in the community. That is very, very important. The job doesn't always have a cheerleading section either. At one point you had mentioned it can be thankless sometimes. Yeah. So we have to be our own cheerleader. We have to be our own champion. And be gratified or satisfied with knowing that we've given our best, we've provided our best, and hopefully they've felt that. Yeah, whoever it is we encounter, the company, the organization, the family that walks through from a long drive or whatever. So yeah, that is something. It's not a job for the weary. We have to be on all the time. Yeah, because the hotel is like a hospital. It's 24/7, 365. We don't ever close our doors.
Yes.
so yeah.
I think about hearing Michelle talk about when we experience storms or hurricanes and we lose power, and you guys have to hook up to generators and somehow be this safe haven for communities in the midst of chaos. We do. Yeah, like hospitals on 24/7, 365, and we appreciate you for that.
Oh, thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Just a few minutes ago, you mentioned being able to make a difference for families that travel in. And I'm hoping that we get a good bit of families in the community for our upcoming 44th annual Fayetteville Dogwood Festival.
Girl, I'm excited.
So much to ease, so much entertainment. The Yin Yang Twins will be performing this time around. The Dogwood Festival team has done a really good job with carving out a event schedule that's curated for everybody in the family. Right. And so that would be my one thing that I wish others knew more about. Is there something that you would like to add that you wish more people knew about Fayetteville and Cumberland County? It doesn't have to be an event, but
overall, yes. That's a great question. One thing I wish more people knew about Fayetteville and Cumberland County is that it's not done. There is more to come here. I think that now that I'm on this side, I get an opportunity to listen in on those conversations about what our government officials are bringing, the development committee is bringing to the city, and just remembering and being reinvigorated that Fayetteville is a can-do city. Yes. There isn't anything that the people in the city or county can't do, and they shouldn't be. They should participate. I think sometimes the mindset is, well, I'm from here, I've done that. I've seen Fascinate You. Yeah. But that kind of mindset, sometimes they miss out. They miss out on the updates, on the new activities, the new events, the new entertainment. And so I would really want, and I really wish that the people in the city and the county just reinvest, re-engage, I think, and be reinvigorated. No, I just toured Fascinate You the other day, and I was so impressed with everything that's happening there, the updates, the vision that they have, that they're bringing. So, I think that those are the kinds of things that sometimes the people in the city that are from here, that they miss out on. I don't want them to. Yeah. I mean, I'm not from here, but man, I'm already claiming this. I've been claiming Fayetteville as my home, and I love it. I love seeing where it's come from when I first moved here to where it is now. And the fact that I can see where it's heading, I think is so exciting. Oh, I'm excited.
That is very exciting. I love hearing the word reinvigoration.
Yes.
It's very important for the community to get out and enjoy what all we have. Yeah. You're absolutely right about having new things, like you talked about Fayetteville Liberty and them being in their first season here at the Crown. Mm-hmm. The Crown has a lot of exciting things coming. They're even doing some renovations to that space. So for sure, I definitely agree with you on reinvigorating and getting the people in our community outside to enjoy what we have right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Being a consumer or a customer, at first I was, do we need another this or do we need another that? How many more of these do we need? But being on this side of it, being on the sales aspect side of it, and being a part of the chamber who is constantly and continually bridging the gap between the community and companies and businesses, I am able to see the benefit of how much we're growing, and that it's not going to stop. Mm-hmm. That's why we're expanding the highways. That's why we're expanding. Yeah. I mean, there's so much expansion. We're bringing that new shopping center down in Gillis. I mean, it's very exciting. So
it is. We actually have a food truck hub coming to Hope Mills in the next couple of days too. Yeah,
I know.
I'm a foodie, so I will be out to
Camden Commons, and then the Hive. That's what it's
called.
Yes, the Hive. Girl, I'm about the food.
Yes, so guys, you heard it first. Thank you so much for tuning into Greater Faith Forward podcast. We do want to share that if you visit www.distinctlyfayettevillenc.com, you will be invited or welcome to a lot of resources that can help you plan trips for your group, book hotels out, maybe plan weddings, family reunions, whatever it is that you need. We have all the resources. We have team members waiting to connect with you and help make your trip planning easy and simple. Thank you so much, Melanie, for joining us. It was a pleasure.
I rambled.
It's been a pleasure to sit down and talk with you about all the exciting things that we have going on in Fayetteville and the beautiful property Everhome Suites.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.